Hello my dear students. Today we are going to continue with the same lesson, that is chapter 6, Education and Social Reform. In the previous class, I've explained to you about the education system in India, how the education started based on religion, and what are the changes that came up with the British rule. So the British has introduced a new system of education by adding English. And with the help of this, they also had some objectives, and it also brought a lot of changes in the Indian society. So it is all related. Now I'm going to continue with the same topic, the same chapter, and I'm going to continue from page number 45 from the textbook. So here, today I'm going to explain on the social reformers, the Indian caste system, what were the evils of this caste system in India, and what were the ideas of these social reformers based on the caste system, what were the changes that came up in the caste system, and later on in the sixth subtopic, I will explain to you about the results of these activities that was held by the reformers, what were the changes that came in Indian society. All right. Now, these social reformers. Now, why these social reformers are related to the new education system is because with the introduction of the new education system in India, these social reformers, their ideas had changed and they brought new ideas from the Western culture. Like, for example, the widow remarriage, which I have explained to you yesterday. Earlier in Indian society, if the husband dies, the women are not allowed to marry, right? And for the man, they can remarry, okay? So what these social reformers did, I'm going to explain to you in detail about Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, but let me give you a few glimpses about what the reformers did, okay? So in these reformers, they saw that in Western culture, even the women can remarry. So they applied that to the Indian society, and this brought a lot of changes. Okay, now let me begin with Raja Ram Mohan Roy. All right, now Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he was a very strong activist, he was a reformer, and he introduced the Amity Sabha. Okay, yes, in Amitya Sabha in 1814. All right, now here he introduced this widow remarriage, and because of this reform, he was able to totally abolish the sati system. Okay, so I already explained to you what is a sati system. It falls under the social evils in Indian society. Okay, so this sati system was completely abolished because of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and he also introduced the widow remarriage, and he also decided that along with the government of India, that in India there should be even the woman has the right to hold property. If she loses her husband or if she doesn't have a male child, then even the woman has the right to hold the property. Okay. And apart from that, he also encouraged the women to get education, because if the woman is educated, she can also give education to her child, and so on, right? And this will help in the unity, this will help in the upliftment of the social life of women, and women will also get to know her rights and equalities in the society. So he tried his best to improve the life of women. All right. Now, coming to the next one, that is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. So just like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, even this Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he was a social reformer, all right? And he also improved the lifestyle of the women by encouraging the British government to enforce the Widow Remarriage Act, all right? And because of this, widows also slowly got the right to remarry, because in those days, if the women, usually they used to get married at a very early age. So if her husband dies, then she becomes widow at a very innocent age. So these women, they got the opportunity to remarry. And not only that, but women also got education. They came out of their homes, and they also learned a lot of things about the world. Okay, they started seeing the world in a wider perspectives. So Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he is known as a very refined man, okay, because he had so many ideas in his mind, and this all led to the modern world. Okay, so Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he imposed this Video Remarriage Act, and Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he introduced this Amitya Sabha. Okay, now next is Swami Dhyana. So Swami Dhyana, just like the other two, Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he also tried to uplift the lifestyle of women, because as I mentioned, in those days the women had to go through a lot of social evils like sati, parda system, child marriages, female infanticide. So in order to abolish all this, he encouraged the women to get education, and then he also wanted the women to work, and he wanted the women to get equal opportunities with the male counterparts. So he encouraged the women to get education, okay, just like the other two. Then coming to Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Now Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he himself is a Muslim, so he saw that the women in Muslim society, in their Islamic religion, the men can marry more than 2 times. They can marry up to 4 wives, okay. But however, for a woman, if they want to give a divorce to her, then he just have to utter a word 3 times and then the divorce is done. So according to him, it was no logic. He found that it was really stupid, so he encouraged his people to stop doing that, and he also fought bravely for the abolition of polygamy. Okay, so this was the action that was taken by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Now all the social reformers, their main perspective, their main objective was to change the lifestyle of women in the society, right? Because in those days, based on religion, based on social, on the society, so many social evils were there that was pressurizing women, and that also led to the female infanticide, right, where the couple, where the husband and the wife, they disliked the girl child, because the moment she is born, they felt that it was a burden for them. It was they could not see the sufferings of women. That's why they decided to kill the girl child at a very young age, or the moment she is born, right? So these social reformers, after they took these actions against the society, though it was really tough for them, they just took this action very bravely, and it also brought changes in the Indian society. And then this Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he was also totally against those superstitious beliefs, okay, where just because it is related to religion, the woman has to do that, the man has to do that. So such kind of superstitious beliefs were clarified, and he gave a clear concept about the religion, okay. And coming to the second point, that is the Indian caste system, okay. Now in Indian caste system, there are 4 divisions, okay, the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and the Shudras. So here in Indian caste system, the Brahmins were considered the highest caste in the society, and they used to enjoy all the rights. However, in every caste they have certain limitations, okay. And in the Indian caste system, the 4th caste, that is the Shudra, they were considered as the lowest caste, and those untouchables, they lie under the 4th caste, that is the Shudras, okay. And here this in Indian caste system, they were divided based on their profession. Some of them were merchants, some of them were noblemen, some of them were professors, and some of them have to involve themselves in cleaning for their entire life. So here what happened was, there were social evils, okay. So there were social evils even in the caste system, because in the caste system there were so many discriminations and distinctions among their own people. So in a society also there were so many divisions. Again, under the caste system there were so many sub castes, okay, known as jatis. Some of them were termed as the Dalits, and these people had to go through so much. They have to go through a lot of sufferings and torture from the other caste, okay. So some of the evils of this caste system were enmity and jealousy. Now, because of the caste system, there was a lot of enmity and jealousy. They could not unite among themselves, because every time there was jealousy, they felt that the one caste is better than the other one, and then always the though they are all Indians, there was no sense of nationalism among them because of these distinctions and classifications among the Indian societies. Okay, now another evil was the untouchability. Now these untouchables, okay, the lowest class of the society, they were given so many restrictions that, like for example, when they're walking, they should not lift their head up, they're not supposed to wear shoes, they have to do all the cleaning work, and they cannot even go to the public temples, or they cannot go and fetch water from the public wells. Okay, so there were so many restrictions for the untouchables. So that made their lives very miserable, and this caste system was based, or it was made in such a way that once a person is from a Brahmin family, the entire offsprings will be Brahmin. Okay, once you are born in a Brahmin family, you will be a Brahmin your entire life, even your children and your children's children. Likewise, if a person was born in untouchable family, then he has to go through the torture the entire life, followed by his son and all the offsprings. Okay, and because of this caste system, even the marriages has to take place between the Brahmin. The Brahmin has to go and marry only a Brahmin, and the untouchables has to marry only the untouchables. Just in case if there is a case that where the untouchable has to marry a Shudra, then the whole society will stop them and it will be against their law. So there were so many evils in the caste system. Then coming to the next one, that is the religious advancements. Okay, now the other religions, whoever were following the other religions, they felt that the Hindu religion was very difficult for them to go on because there are so many rituals, there are so many superstitious and superstitious beliefs, and they also have to do so many there were so many regulations, there were so many guidelines. In so for other religion, it was very difficult to go on with that. So there were so many people who were under the Hindu religion, however, by force, though they do not want to follow those religious practices, they have to do it. So this led to another evil. Okay, next is brotherhood. There was no sense of brotherhood when it comes to the caste system, because under the caste system, as I've mentioned, there were so many distinctions, there were so many discriminations and classifications there. So the people never had the sense of brotherhood, because there is always enmity, jealousy was there, comparison was there, competition was there. So there was no sense of brotherhood, and that also never led to the sense of nationalism among the Indians. Okay, then the next evil was non-liberal outlook. Now the Indians, because of their caste system, because of these strict rules in their society, they never had the right to go and learn other cultures. Okay, they were only confined to their own religion, confined to their norms and customs. Okay, so these people, they never got the opportunity to go to other foreign countries and learn all the Western cultures and all the knowledge that was available in other countries. Okay, so they were only confined to the Indian literature, they were only confined to the Indian knowledge, and they were their generations were following whatever their parents were following. Okay, so that was another reason that led to the evils of the caste system. So whatever the parents were following, like the sati system, child marriage, or the parda system, the same trend, the same system was used by the other generation, the upcoming generations. Okay, then next is anti-democracy. So because of the caste system, in a caste system, they are always given certain rules, and they are not supposed to go beyond that. So that led to anti-democracy. See, in a democracy, what happens is a citizen has the right to express, they can give their views, or they can also make some changes by sharing their opinion, right? But in the caste system, that was not possible, because the citizens have to follow whatever was given to them, and they cannot go beyond those guidelines. So it was an anti-democracy when it comes to caste system. All right, now the ideas against the caste system by the social reformers. Now let me begin with the first one, that is in page number 47. Okay, in page number 47 you will see some social reformers who were totally against this caste system, like Jyotiba Phule was there, VIII Salingam. Then we also had Sir Narayana Guru. Then in page number 48 you will see Periyar Ramasamy, Mahatma Gandhi, and Bhim Rao Ambedkar. Okay, so all these people, they were totally against the caste system, and they decided to come forward and take some steps in order to improve the lifestyles of the Dalits, improve the lifestyles of the untouchables, who were the lowest class in the society. Okay, I will read out some of them. So this Jyotiba Phule, what he did was, he decided to give justice to the Dalits, and he also tried to improve the lifestyles of the downtrodden people. Like, for example, if they are going through some suffering or torture, he told the people that it is against the law, and then he tried to make the people in the society, he tried to make the people understand that it is not good to be inhuman against these lowest caste people in the society. Okay, then he also, like the Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he also encouraged the widow remarriages. All right, then he also worked hard to prevent the female infanticide by giving importance to women and also encouraging women to get education. All right, then next is VIII Salingam. He was from the South India, and in South India also, especially in Tamil Nadu, they were going through a lot of evils evils related to the caste system. Okay, so he also worked hard to improve the life of these lowest caste people. He also introduced the widow remarriages, and he also set up a monthly magazine where he pointed out the flaws and the evils that were existing in the society based on the caste system. Okay, then he also started a girls' school where the girls were encouraged to take classes, to get education, and it brought a lot of changes in the South Indian society. Then next is Sri Narayana Guru. Similarly like Jyotiba and similarly like VIII Salingam, he also worked so hard for the caste system, and he also gave a clear conscience. Okay, he also told the people what are the superstitious beliefs based on a religion and why they should not follow that. Like, for example, they have to do animal sacrifices just to please the god, and he told the people that such practices are not logic. Okay, so he also founded the ashram called the Alwaye, and through this ashram he dedicated great principles, and he also this also helped the people to know that there is only one God and that we don't have to follow so many gods. All right, then similarly like the other social reformers, there was Periyar Ramasamy, who also worked for the caste system, and then we all know what Mahatma Gandhi has done his entire life, right? He also had to go through some discrimination, and then he decided to come forward and help the people, and especially fight against the British, because the British were ruling Indians, right? So among all this, one of this reformer was Bhim Rao Ambedkar. Okay, so this Bhim Rao Ambedkar, he himself was an untouchable, and he know what are the sufferings they had to go through, because his entire life he had faced so many discriminations in his life. But later on, in the later part of life, he became the first law minister. Okay, and he was the person who framed the Constitution of India. So he achieved so many things, and with the help of his achievements, he also decided to form political parties where only the untouchables were present there. Okay, so he also formed separate Dalit political parties and separate untouchable political parties who started involving in the political matters, and it also improved the life of the lower caste people. All right, now coming to the fifth point, that is the result. So altogether we see that because of the social reformer, the result of this active social reformer, the result was very positive, because of this, Indian started having a sense of nationalism. There was unity among the Indians. The women started getting education. They also came to know the rights and equality in the society. They also taught whatever they have learned in the education, they also taught to their children, and then it helped in the better future. Okay, so altogether the result of the activities that the reformers had taken part was very positive. All right, now that's all for chapter 6. I'll see you soon with another topic. Till then, keep studying. Thank you.